Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. Today we are going to talk about your pension plan and is it safe? I get this question a lot, and what we're going to do is we're going to dive into a little bit of recent history and talk about it and see if this pertains to you. So without further ado, let's do this. All right, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to all the new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, if you don't mind doing it, if you like the content, I like to talk about a big, large, broad, I just talk about all kinds of stuff, economics. I love making money. I like showing other people how to make money, and I want to encourage you, okay? So if you haven't subscribed and you want to, sweet. Or if you want to hit the thumbs up, I love that too. It helps out the channel. All right, we're going to talk about pension plans. A lot of people have been asking this. First off, I want to explain something very clearly. When I started to study pension plans and what I saw about the story we're going to talk about that happened in 2005, I started a plan immediately for the ability for my pension to be taken away from me. All right? A lot of people don't understand how this works. They don't understand what makes their pension, what backs it up. We have two different types of pension plans. Defined benefits, DB plans, which are a set amount, a set percentage of your pay that when you retire, you get to keep getting paid that set percentage. Those plans are going away, and again, we're going to talk about this story that happened in 2005 to show you the facts. And then you have defined contribution plans, DC plans. Those are plans that are now pretty much out there all over the place, and it depends on how much you put in to your retirement, not the company putting in money for you, but you're putting in it. And there's a lot of plans that have matching benefits, but by and large, it's you that has to go out and put it into some type of investment, okay? So first off, I wanna break this down. Any pension, regardless of if it's defined contribution or defined benefits, is 100% solely attached to the value of the stock and bond market, okay? Very few pension plans are backed by real assets like gold. You are completely at the whim of these, okay? And one of the very big risks that policymakers understand and banks understand is that when we go through an economic cycle and we go through a downturn in the economy, which pulls down the stock market, pension plans are the first big risk that they're concerned with, and they don't want them to go under. Because if a pension plan does not make a certain rate of return on the money that's going into the pension, it cannot pay all the people it needs to pay, okay? So now we're gonna talk about United Airlines and what a federal judge decided back in 2005. Now, to give you a little bit, we're gonna go very broadly, okay? In 2005, a federal judge approved United Airlines' plan to terminate its employees' pension plan. It was the largest corporate pension default in American history, okay? And essentially what they did is they had defined benefits plans. So all the years that United Airlines was in operation, it had told all of its employees, hey, if you stay with us for a certain amount of years, at the end of those years worked, you will get X percentage of your pay until the day you die. And what happened is United, along with a lot of other airline carriers, fell under hard times in 2004, 2005, which is an actually really interesting number because that lines up with when I was telling everybody back then, oh my gosh, the world's falling. We're going to go through an economic collapse, right? Now, what happened is they were allowed, now their pensions didn't go away. They didn't disappear, right? Because that would be a huge travesty, but it was still pretty bad. What happened was they had found out that their defined benefits plan was underfunded. They didn't do the math correctly and figure out, oh my gosh, we have a lot of employees and now they're starting to retire and we don't have enough money to pay all of them. So their retirement plan was underfunded. You hear about that all the time, okay? And there's a lot of people in California, I think that under Calpers, they're gonna get a rude awakening someday with the whole underfunded system. And the thing is that we have facts right now that prove that these plans are underfunded. And one of the easiest ways to figure that out is every so many years, and I'll give Calpers as an example. They say, you know what? You used to have to put this much money in. Now what we'll do is from this date on, all the new employees that come on, you got to put in this much money. And and you're going to get this less benefits. It's proof positive that they are underfunded and they're trying to come up with a solution and they're just sweeping things under the rug, okay? The other thing too is that we went through times in 2008, 2009, Calpers was getting really nervous and trying to figure out what they're going to do because they weren't getting that rate of return that they needed in the stock market to keep paying everybody. So, and with the baby boomers now retiring in droves, and what's very interesting, and this is really important for people to realize, in the last year, there's been, let's say, a bunch of pressure in the world, and there have been a lot of people who have said, I'm leaving, air quotes, gotta love those. I'm out of here. I ain't dealing with this stuff. I ain't gonna put any of that stuff on. I ain't, I'm just gonna retire now. I was set to retire a few years from now. The heck with it. I'm leaving Dodge. That's putting a bunch of additional pressure on pension plans, okay? Because a lot of people are leaving now. All right, back to United. To give you an example of what happened is they went from defined benefits to defined contribution for all new employees, but for the people that had the defined benefits, they had to immediately take a haircut on their pensions. And it was horrible to think that you've been working for a company for 20, 25, 30 years, and all of a sudden a judge can come out because the company goes, hey, we're gonna go bankrupt and we're gonna close the airline. So what, and that's the thing they always do, they threaten, well, do you wanna lose all your jobs? If not, you gotta take this haircut. And people are like, oh, okay, it's better than nothing, right? To give you an example, one person's pension, a flight attendant, went from $1,700 a month to $800 a month. That's a massive, massive haircut. That's over 50%. So I just want to tell you guys all of this, not to scare you, but when you have knowledge, you can't have fear, because if you use the knowledge and put it to work, nothing's gonna happen to you. You're prepared, right? So I would highly suggest that people start living their lives, not like, let that be the cherry on top, your pension. Get out of debt. Pay off your house. Don't keep borrowing it so you could buy stupid stuff like a new car so that you can impress somebody you don't even respect. The big thing is if you are self-sustaining, we're not gonna have issues in the future. The facts are though, most people don't wanna be like that. So you, me, we're gonna just buy up all their stuff when this next cycle happens. We'll try and warn them all, we'll let them laugh at us, and then we'll buy all their stuff, all right? That's the great news. There's hope at the end of the tunnel. I hope you guys got something out of this. The Economic Ninja is out.